What says I look rich but I don't have a dollar in the bank? My brother always carries a wad of cash in a money clip. He has a $100 bill on the outside, but the rest is all $1s. It's all for show. He has no money and lives with my parents. Looking like a Gucci billboard cosplay is usually a pretty good hint. Flashing cash in your dating profile pic. A really nice car with tires that have no tread. A $60,000 car parked in front of your run-down single-wide trailer. Better to look poor and be rich. Fuck keeping up with the Joneses. As a teen I worked at a car dealership detailing the cars before the new owners would pick them up. Always loved watching the salesman blow off the old farmers that would come in wearing bib overalls looking like they just got off the tractor. To turn around and kiss their ass when they picked out a vehicle and paid for it with cash. Big designer logos on everything. Living in a mansion on Sims but can't afford the expansion packs. Fur coat, no knickers. That's what my grandma used to say about it. Gucci shoes and designer clothing with flashy logos. Most people driving their luxury cars to the laundromat each week. I have a friend with a $60K truck that doesn't drive anywhere because gas is too expensive. He is spending like $100 a week for his 20-minute commute. His dumbass is 20. Conversely, I drive a 2015 Versa and everyone thinks I am dirt poor. But the dang thing is paid for and runs great. Go to the parking lot of any U.S. Army Infantry Armor Artillery Battalion. The junior enlisted soldiers in 2 LTS will be driving brand new Chargers, Mustangs, Camaros financed at 26 while the battalion commander will drive a 15-year Accord Camry Civic. At real job workplaces it's $100,000 Teslas, F-150s, Audis being driven by people renting a crap apartment and not even hitting their company match for their 401k. When they're obsessed with money talk, how to make money, how someone could afford something. I know someone who constantly tells everyone how much they bought something for to insinuate that it's expensive and to prove they can afford it. Why always state the price? It comes off as so tacky and unnecessary. Living in the rundown motel of a small town you forgot you owned. Bragging about how much money they have to spend on things, and being concerned if someone thinks you're rich or not. I know someone who goes on cruises and gets designer clothes items but is $20,000 in debt. She's constantly asking her dad to pay for things. She's 47 with a well-paying job but is so far in debt because it's a status thing. She doesn't even shop at Walmart. Having a busted-up luxury car that's too expensive to fix. Texans have a term for people like this: all hat, no cattle. The more someone wants you to look at the flashy thing they have, hoping you'll be impressed by it, the less they have behind it. Real wealth projects a sort of understated confidence. Look for the person who treats sudden financial shocks like the water heater dying or needing a major car repair that's not covered by insurance as little more than an annoyance. Anyone who's living one missed paycheck away from disaster will have a very different reaction. Mismatched gaudy clothes with giant brand logos, they can't style clothing to save their lives. Plastic accessories that looks cheap. Poorly performed or botched plastic surgery and badly tattooed eyebrows. More like, I'm nowhere near rich but I think this makes me look rich because I don't have any understanding of rich people. Louis Vuitton bags, Gucci belts. Gucci. Brand new, giant, jacked up trucks with 8 headlights on the front that have never seen a day off-road or had any kind of farm equipment in the back. I call them cowboy cosplayers. Typically seen in North America. People with great cars, but cheap apartments. A coworker of mine has 3 $1,500 expensive handguns, a few $1,000 high-end R plus a few other firearms. As a competition shooter I would love to see his guns and how well he shoots. Every time I invited him to range with me, he said ammo was too expensive and he doesn't have any ammo at home. Designer clothes, posing next to cars they don't even own for TikToks, LOL. Badly done lips and eyelashes semi-permanent. Driving a brand new SUV with a $1,200 monthly payment that you can't afford and it's about to be repossessed, so you park it somewhere else to hide it from the tow truck that's been circling your block for the past few weeks. Expensive car with cheap tires. In my country Croatia, Europe, big car, usually BMW, Mercedes, and fuckboy clothes with brand logos all over. That's deadly combo, and 99 that person have nothing else. Flashing a bunch of hundreds and 20s to a camera to brag. They pulled it all out for that shot. A UK one. Fake rich people drive 2024 Range Rovers. Real rich people drive 1994 Range Rovers. For a man never having been taught how not to use too much cologne. 99 of young guys who are driving giant pickup trucks. Hellcats. In Germany it's definitely Balenciaga shoes. In my middle-class neighborhood, I can always tell someone is new to credit. They buy an overpriced house. Then a new SUV for the wife shows up, then a new truck for the husband. Then, right before things go sideways, a new boat is parked in the driveway, but then they need a camper. All new, and then the couple splits up over financial problems. Rinse and repeat. Saying I am in crypto or I am a motivation speaker, life coach, career coach. My husband is Filipino and says many Filipinos are poor but put all their money into big celebrations. Like huge parties for sweet 16, baby showers, etc. When they post a photo of an actual wad of cash on social media. Weird AF. Renting a supercar to take pics for Instagram. When I used to work at the place I was let go from, not my fault, there was an employee that made 17 Canadian dollars hour, driving a Mercedes not brand new, and he acted like he was all powerful and above me. I was his boss. About 8 months later everyone had enough of his bragging and just stopped talking to him. What they didn't see is this guy would constantly ask for his pay early because of his bills. Eventually we terminated him for a lot of reasons, but it's just funny when you see something like this but you know the real story behind it. Mercedes but rents an apartment in the ghetto part of town. In South Africa, people owning Beamer, Audi, Mercs and the like, to show off but can barely afford it. Sure, they can make the monthly payment but not the balloon payment at the end of the lease period. They live in rented flats and the car is worth more than the property, and if they ever invited you to their home, they have no furniture. It's ridiculous how crazy their approach to life is, just because they want validation for having a nice car. Renting supercars for Instagram pics. Selling gold shoes and autographed Bibles to raise money for bail. Can I ask this the opposite context? What says I look poor but have $1 million in the bank? Wearing a suit in Silicon Valley, the land of billionaires, in t-shirts and Crocs and zero company dress code. Stanley water cups. Wife's got a few of them and I know she's broke as shit. I do Uber in my new BMW to afford my rent.